Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the Road Warrior. We are living in strange times. And I say this as somebody who lived in the era of the Vietnam War, disco music, the me 80s. I don't even know what you call it today. And yes, I'm an old man, so I look at things in a different way than I did back then. But living in Nashville, we are close to the home offices of Cracker Barrel, the somewhat beloved restaurant that's part gift shop, part old-time Southern meal. And for the last maybe 6-8 years, we here locally, I don't know if it's gone national, has heard how Cracker Barrel's been struggling, keeping up with the times, keeping up with the changing choices of people when they eat. They started adding, alcohol sales. Yeah, you could have a beer with your Uncle Herschel or your grandpa's not big breakfast, old country breakfast or whatever it was, or your catfish fillets. And that upset people. But now, as I'm sure you've heard, because it's all been across the national news now for a couple of weeks, Cracker Barrel not only is changing the decor of their restaurants, but they changed the logo. They took out the old man playing with checkers on the barrel and just have now some weird looking shape with the word Cracker Barrel in it. And people are up in arms. And I don't understand. I mean, I get, you know what, you don't have to be happy about it. But I didn't see people outraged when Wendy's changed their decor. From that old-timey 1890s to whatever it is today. Or McDonald's, when they pulled the Playland out. And now they all look like, they don't have red roofs, they're very boring. Or the International House of Pancakes, IHOP, which used to have those cool triangular roofs, the orange roofs, and now they're just a nondescript building. Again, you know what? You don't have to like it. You don't have to eat there. And that is part of the problem. Cracker Barrel's just trying to figure out what they can do to get new people interested in the restaurant. And again, that's any business. Each and every business tries to stay up with the times. I liked it when TGI Fridays served brunch. They got rid of that probably a couple of decades ago now. I'm still upset about it. Now, I didn't eat there as often because they got rid of my favorite meal. And now I don't eat there at all because, we don't have them anymore. And I don't even know if they exist anymore. Same thing with Applebee's. I was never a big Applebee's fan, but they've changed their direction and their thought process numerous times. Back a bunch of years ago, a restaurant chain called the Ground Round, kind of a family joint. They used to play old-time black and white soundless motion pictures in one room, and you could eat buckets of peanuts and throw the shells on the floor. Burgers. They had like a kind of a sports bar. I enjoyed them. I was also 18 years old and 25 years old. And they're for the most part long gone, but there's threats they're coming back. And that's not a threat. Some people are trying to bring it back. But the reason they got rid of throwing peanuts on the floor, they got sued when somebody got hurt. And it wasn't worth paying for things like that. It is strange times. There's a lot to be outraged about in our world. I don't care what side of the political coin you live on. But whether Cracker Barrel changes its logo, nope. I'm more upset when their hash brown casserole isn't served warm, when it comes out almost tepid. Yeah, I'm more upset when their biscuits are hard as a rock instead of being as good as they once were. I'm upset when I ask for apple butter and I'm willing to pay the extra and I don't get it. There's things to be outraged about. Okay, maybe not outraged, but to be upset about. And again, you have two choices. Go or don't go. Back next week, another Road Warrior. KevinMason.us, home to all of our Road Warrior videos. On Facebook, on YouTube. I don't know where else we're at. I don't keep track of that stuff. Like, comment, share. Please do all that stuff. And there goes my sunshade. See you next week. Bye.